Hello, and welcome to the pre-recorded demo for Cavirin's ARAP 8.1. Today we're going to talk about what Cavirin ARAP is. ARAP stands for Automated Risk Analysis Platform. With ARAP, you are able to scan your devices for compliancy. And that compliance can be for anything in regards to Center for Internet Security, HIPAA, DISA, ISO, NIST, PCI 3.1, as well as SOC 2. What Cavirin does is we take these compliance standards and we map them to scans. When we look at the SOC 2 compliance standard, we're looking at those controls that can be automated through programming. This is unique because we start with the compliance standard and then we build out the scans for that. This gives you a more comprehensive scan based on that compliance standard. Our dashboard is going to show different aspects of the results. So every policy that is a part of that guideline is weighted 1 through 5. What this graph is showing you here is the differences between the policies that have passed, the policies that have failed, and what their weights are. Down below we have our heat map that is going to show you all of your different policies mapped back to NIST control areas. You can click through and see different aspects of the NIST control areas and dig down into those policies that have been scanned for those rules that pertain to that NIST control area. We can also see the specific devices that this policy was run on. We can see an overall view of each guideline that has been run on your systems. And when you click on it, you can see some details down below, as well as your score history. We can generate an overview report that's going to give some information about the compliance guideline. We will include that score history as well. Then we include some areas of concern. We also break it down to the different guideline sections, policy name, the description, map it back to the control ID. Then we also give you the fix suggestion to fix this issue. When we're looking at the devices, we can see all of our different devices listed. We can choose any of the devices. A device can be scanned by multiple guidelines. It was scanned for CIS, for HIPAA, ISO, as well as NIST. Now let's see what information we are pulling when we do initial scan for a device. You can see here we have some information about the device itself. Then down below we pull some additional information. We can also see what services are running on the machine, as well as what applications are installed and what user accounts are set up on that device. We can group the machines based on this information. Tags logically group your devices that are a member of that tag. See, I have some servers here called AWS Windows because what I've done is I'm looking for all of my operating systems of Microsoft Windows, as well as has a parent type of Amazon AWS. You can create these tags based attributes, including operating system, IP address, what the parent type is, such as Amazon AWS. Then you target the group or the tag with the compliance guidelines instead of having to target each individual device. This allows some automation as well, because as soon as a device becomes a member of that tag, it will automatically be targeted with that guideline. How do we go about finding those devices? Well, there's multiple ways. For starters, we can do it based on an IP range. So the starting IP address, the ending IP address. Another way that we can discover new devices is with our integration with Amazon Web Services as well as Microsoft Azure. When we look at these accounts, we're pulling in some information about them, such as the instances that are running within that cloud account. We utilize this to be able to get the IP address of the devices. This allows us to then utilize this as a discovery mechanism. All of this information is then utilized to provide a scan for AWS best practices. The main reason you want to utilize the AWS best practices is to be able to protect the account for AWS. Now that we can gather the information around AWS, Azure, on-premises networks by doing an IP scan, we can schedule these to run on, let's say, a weekly basis. So the way the workflow will work is you schedule your scans, you have your tags set up. The tags are set to automatically target the devices that are members of that tag. This then allows the device to automatically be scanned with that compliance guideline. There's automation built in. Once you set everything up, the effort is very minimal going forward. We can also run a report around the tags themselves. I can create a report here that will give me details about my devices. This report is going to be very detailed, is very much focused for the operational people. We're going to get some information about the group, so what are the members, and then we can dig into the details of each individual member. What this is going to show you is that same information about the device, and then we're going to show you every single policy that was run on the device, including mapping back to the control ID of that specific guideline. We're going to give you the weight of the policies, the pass-fail state, and include the fix suggestions to go along with that. This report includes all the different guidelines that were scanned for this device. Cavirin ARAP provides a very simple, straightforward, and meaningful way to scan your network for specific compliance guidelines. Thank you for watching the Cavirin ARAP 8.1 demo.